Like I said before, guys, this is now, and also after the first 10, it'll be it. Guys, let me tell you how long exactly this season of Island is. I think I've stated before in past videos how long this season is, but let me tell you how many episodes. Well, I've only done up to the first 6 episodes, but I will remove the word diesel. New engines. Yeah, I'm gonna remove the word diesel from the. But I'm gonna try to wrap the Aryan Burst supply right into this. I don't have, guys. I don't have a script. All I'm, all I'm looking at is island names. Well, I imagine the story in my head before I film it. And also, yes, I will continue that Gordon story, but only after Gordon and Express. The Fat Controllers decided to reorganize the Timbin crew into the correct berth. So Edward at the newest engine, the oldest engine at the at the in the first berth, and the newest one at the back. Engines, boom, the Fat Controller. How do you like your living quarters? Sir, we live here at Timochev, right? You live here, right, Edward? We're, uh, yes, we do, in fact, before. Or, yeah, we do. Uh, Edward, what? What? Engines. There's something else I want to tell you. Come out. You know what? Just stay in the berth. If you want to just stay in your berth, I can just tell you. I have bought two, three new diesel engines, a new, a new, a railway traction engine, gen, and I found an engine that was scrapped, that was allegedly scrapped years ago. Was allegedly scrapped years ago. We all decided to come out Fat Controller. Well, Emily, show them that you have now a new number, that you have something on your tender. Sure, Fat Controller. Look, 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 engines. Gordon, Henry, are you all looking at her? Yes. How about I just, Emily, just stay right there. There. You see, she finally got numbered at the Croven's Gate Workshop, which used to be the Steam Work before Sally something happened. I don't know the full story, but doesn't now she really fits into the main. Look, you all have numbers on your side team, guys. It's just a detail I wanted to point out, but Emily is the number 12, and these are the stories of the island universe. What does this have to do with our new engine? Just something I wanted to point out, guys. What does this have to do with our new arrivals? Oh, I just wanted to show you that, engines. Emily, come back. You can go back to your berth. You can go back to your berth. Thanks, hon. The thanks, hon. Same track controller for James. What? You said before that I didn't look like a a proper engine now. I'm gonna give Emily now a Western accent. I said you didn't because you didn't have a number on you. No apologies, hon. It's just, you see, I know that you made fun of me. But the Fat Controller had an announcement. If that was a big announcement, then why did, oh, I saved an engine from the scrapyard, said the Fat Controller. Gordon said, oh, the indignity. Oh, the indignity. Oh, the indignity. Gordon, why do you always say whenever I say something that not I just don't like anything but the Express. I'm an Express engine, sir. But, but, uh, but, but, hi, mighty. But sometimes, you know what? I do like steam engines. I I heard that you said that you bought some new engines. I overheard that you bought some new engines. Please tell us what engines. Okay, first off, I found Glenn. I found Glenn. Edward. Glenn. You know who Glenn is. Glenn, Edward. I bought some Glenn. Glenn? I haven't heard of him in over 50 years since Thomas. Well, if my memory serves me correct, Edward, no time to remember, but if my memory serves me correct, Glenn was last seen on a siding near Farquhar Station back when I was a young engine. Near Farquhar Station, so at least according to Thomas. At least according to Thomas, he was. But sir, I thought he was scrapped. He was. He wasn't scrapped. Mr. Star, like me, doesn't scrap his steam or his steam engines. Anyway, I have to go to NAFR for that's for the new diesel. I bought a railway traction engine. His name's Fergus. Okay. Engines. I bought a railway traction engine named Fergus. Yes, but Edward, I want to talk to you in specific about Fergus. He needs some, well, he's not really experienced, sir. Yeah, I want you to take him under your wing, metaphorically, because trains don't have wings. I'll be happy to. Just let me know when I can meet Fergus, and I can. Just let me know when I can meet him. Later today. In fact, he's Glenn. If you want to talk to Glenn, go to NAFR Sheds. That's where Fergus and Glenn are. But engines, you might be mad at me over what I'm about to tell you now. I have bought 3 diesels. As Gordon was the first one to hear it. How could you say that? How could you say that, said Gordon. I knew you would say that, number 4, Gordon. But to be honest, I didn't really buy the first 2. They were on auction, and I bought them. But but still, the same principle apply. You bought diesels. You bought. Well, because remember what happened last year? Remember what happened? It's been a year since. It's been a year since all the diesels, except for Salty and Mavis, have moved up to Vickerstown. Oh, right, I forgot. But, sir, isn't that a sad pill to swallow? Low? Or is it going to be. Are these new engines going to work up? It's just. I feel like our days are outnumbered, sir. BR hasn't produced a steam engine in whiles now. British Rails haven't produced any steam in a while. Relax, Gordon. Steam is safe on my rail. But I'm open to change. That can't be good. Especially not with the point system. I heard that over on the mainland, and there's these big thing. There's these thing called computers that control the switches. And I don't really know how to use them. And I enjoy talking to a cinnamon about why he got confusion and delay on my railroad. But anyway, wait. The engine's names are Ari, Bert, and Cindy. I now have to go over to oversee these engines, so be back. The Fat Controller went all the way via his car, which he parked right there. He said, my new engines. Two diesel, 3 diesel, 2 steam. I better go check Glenn first. Hey, Glenn, how you feel? As good as new Fat Controller? So, active services, I hope? Not really. Like, the only reason I brought you back into I spent that much pounds on you is just to put you in a railway museum. I'm so sorry. Glenn said, so you went to all that trouble of restoring me to full working health, only no. I hear that the Earl of Sodor wants you too. I heard that Sir Robert Normanby wants you too to get tours around. I have a railway museum, and yes, you're part of the plan, Glenn. That's why I went so much effort of restoring you. But listen, my plans about you are constantly changing. Like for right now, you have to stay here for a little bit. Why that? Where's Neil and Clive and Matthew? Oh, should I tell him? Should I tell him that Neil, Clive, and Matthew all died when Diesel 10 was here a few years back? Glenn, your former. You see, back when you worked on the Ellsworth Light Railway, way back in the 1880s, me with my Renault dad, yeah, I remember those days well. It reminds me of the time that I helped Neil out. Well, Glenn, don't you remember anything about the S&M? Neil has forgotten the S&M. Yeah, back when, yeah, but it's all full of great stuff that happened back on the SM or the Sodor and Mainland Railroad. I remember one time that Glenn, Glenn, that Neil tried to travel to Tidmouth, and we had to extended the line. We ended up having to get a breakdown crane and tow him off. Glenn, but that's better. Do sometime else, Glenn. Okay, shut the door, please. Okay, I'm only riding on all of you. Who's this? A new engine called Fergus. Who are you? I'm Glenn. Who are you? I'm Fergus. Pleased to meet you, Fergus. Welcome to the Island Sodor. I'm new here, am I? Yes, you are, Fergus. Where have you come from? That's something that the Fat Controller is going to add to every engine that he buys from now on. I came from I used to work on up at the quarries of most of the LER and then before the accident. Before the accident. What accident? The accident. But have you ever worked near in it might sound weird, but have you ever worked at a cement works? No. No, I haven't. But I would. I heard that my class was specifically built to work at cement works. I was just, but the cement works I was actually assigned to went broke, and the mine on my old line was in need of a shunter, and I fit the bill. So that's why. Yeah. So I. But even though my class never, I worked and never. I know how a mine operates by by firebombs. But I would love to go see Edward tomorrow, bro. He's an old and wise engine. I'm surely I'm I'm certain he will find some way. Right at the fact of, I spent the night at the new NAF as I spent the night at the new NAFR sheds that were constructed there last year. And I know down in the comments when someone will say, not pawn. Those, the not pawn. Didn't the NAFR shed used to look like this in season 2 and then again in season 3? Well, they were torn down in between episodes. There was only a major arc going on for season 3, which involved Diesel 10 knocked down his own shed once. Diesel 10, and then but then they decided to move. But then they decided to move NAFR's sheds. Yes, guys, this is the version from season 1, and the one that Thomas just slept at with the version from season 7. There are only 2 versions. The one that's used for season 1 is actually where new arrivals come. The one where new arrivals come from. Or should that be the other way around? You know what? Ultimately, that's going to be turned into like a mini railgate. But that's going to be in a future story mine. Because I was so excited to see Glenn after hearing that he got saved from the cardboard from back in 1925 when he was sent to be scrapped. I had so many.
And mine. Backspeak of this. Back was being first opened. He delivered his 1903 Toby near the city of Glen, however, in 1909 of some friendly behavior. The way to 3. Mr. Harrigan was broken by this. The way Toby used to tell it, when he wasn't drinking himself into disorderly behavior, he flat out neglected his responsibilities of dogmeat. Unfortunately, Mrs. Harrigan would pass away from influenza in 1903, used to tell it. Responsibility drinking it drove away from him. Export delivered his step. Henrietta, Mrs. Harrigan was broken by this. The way Toby used to tell it, when he wasn't drinking himself into disorderly behavior to a severe state of disrepair. And in 1909, the way Toby used to tell it, when he wasn't drinking himself into disorderly behavior. The way Toby used to tell it, when he wasn't drinking himself into in 1903. Mr. Harry wasn't drinking himself into disorderly behavior, fell into a designing on about 2 of Staline behavior in 1900. Toby used to tell it, when he wasn't drinking himself into disorderly behavior, he flat out neglected it. When he wasn't drinking himself into disorderly behavior, best the time Bill, I first had one of those that saw an opportunity to expand was then extended with half. This was from 1920. The luggage acts tend to get muddled up with stood because its history and too little known.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Anyway, there I was about to talk to Glenn. Hey, Glenn. As I was busy talking to Glenn, little I saw another engine out. The Fat Controller said, "Hello, Sydney." Hello, Sydney. Sydney. That's my name, don't worry out. But however, Fat Controller, I want to tell you something. Yeah? What's the word I'm trying to use? I'm extremely helpful? Extremely what? Not like Dennis, I hope. No. I'm extremely forgetfulness. That's it. That's the word I am. I'm extremely for Fat Controller. I hope you have room on your railroad for an engine that can forget its jobs. I can't. Why did I fight you? I thought you were a great engine. Maybe I can team you out with Pathnet or someone. One. I didn't know that. Thanks, Sydney. Where did you come from? I worked on the railroad I worked on the railroad of on the High Harrington Railroad. That's actually where you bought my two friends. Really, Ari and Bert work on the same railroad? This is nothing like the High Harrington Steelworks and located in High Harrington. Bert? Bert? Wait, does Solar even have a Steelworks? It would be a shame if the Fat Controller bought us because we only worked up at Steelworks. Yeah, I agree with you there, Ari. Ari. If the Fat Controller bought us just to do that, he should have left us at Railgate. Don't forget, we still want to grab his steam engines, but that would. Okay, guys, put a pin in on the character Arian Burt about them grabbing Thomas, Toby, etc. They'll be coming up in a few episodes. Hey, Arian Burt. I'm Arian. He's Burt. You two are gonna work up at Sodor's Ironworks, located up at Peel Godfrey. Oh, so that's where your ironworks is? So that's where your ironworks is, located up in Peel Godfrey? Yeah. I hope you two work, because Irene signed. You two will be working alongside someone named Splatter and Dodge, 2 minions of a former diesel engine. Hey, bro, I can't wait to get to work at our new steelworks. Me neither. But don't forget our mission to grab every steam engine to replace them with. I heard that, said the Fat Controller. Some stuff I'm keeping from. Like this. Anyway. Guys, I read your file. Oh, you did? So you will know that some steam engine played a prank on us way back then. Yeah. And mine steam engine aren't like this. Behold. A steam engine you can trust. Look, if something were to happen to my number one, I would scrap my steam engine. If something happened to my dear number one, I think I would, because my number one, mine, the Fat Controller told Blaine to everyone except for Glenn who I was. I'm Thomas the Tank Engine. The pride of the alien, the pride of the Northwestern Railroad, and I am irreplaceable. If the fact and thanks, Thomas. No problem, Fat Controller. I'm going back to my shed. Tell me when you need me now. Hey, Ari. What, Bert? Do you not hear what the Fat Controller, what the guy in the hat told? Engines. Ali, Fergus, Sydney, Ari, and Bert. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sir Topham Hatt. Sir Bert from Topham Hatt. But please, call me the Fat Controller. Everyone. Bert, did you not just hear what the Fat Controller said about his number one? Yeah, I heard that he's irreplaceable. But what type of steam engine is he exactly? He looks like he's an E2 class steam locomotive, and those were scrapped years ago. And those were scrapped at the start when we took over their job. So you're thinking, what I'm thinking? Yeah, tonight we scrap him. Because didn't you hear what the Fat Controller said? If we scrap Thomas, he will scrap the rest of those useless kettles It'd be nice. Mm, Demon lumps of crap waiting for us. You know what, brother? Brother, you might be right once. I don't want to leave the. But wait, we have. Except for one problem, brother. We don't know where he sleeps. Easy. We can just go check every shed, and if he says he was going back, and if I have an idea. I have an idea, brother. Brother, what's that? We go at the station master. Easy, brother. We just tonight we will do it. Tonight we will scrap Thomas. You'll see. Meanwhile, I was alone because Percy and Toby were out on night runs, and meanwhile, I was the only one because, as I told before, Percy and Toby were out on night runs. I felt very tired after a long day going up and down my branch. I said, "Oh," "Oh, I'm tired." I said, "Oh, I'm tired." Oh, and I'm all alone. I guess I can wait. Nah, Percy and Toby, we are on night runs. Hey, why am I not? But I don't care. Now, brother. Now, brother. This is on the first person, but yet we oh, rats. We didn't think of this until later, brother. You see there, brother. How on earth do you stone steam, brother? No idea. But like try to get him to the high hair to the to 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 the to, to this version of the high of our previous. Uh, are we not going to? Are we going to the Ironworks? Said Eric to Bert. Oh, that's where our job is. Right. Make sure no steam, cause Percy, look, said Toby. Be two diesel engines are trying to take Thomas away. Two diesels are trying to take them away. The fact if the fact controller right now is asleep, so we can't. Meanwhile, my best friend said, Toby, what? I will go try to. What? Let's take them on together. Let's take them together. Toby, brother, we have no idea where the solar iron worth even is. The fact of who. Wake up, Thomas! That's all you try to do? Your friend had been sound asleep. But just then, I woke up. I had a wonderful dream, and I said, Who woke me up? But then when I noticed Percy, help! But turns out, just then, the fat controller showed up. He was cross. Eric, Bert, he yawned as he boomed. You have my house. The station master called me when I was like getting ready for bedtime. As Percy was even shocked, saying, Sir, is that supposed to be you? Yes, Percy. Eric, Bert, for you tried to grab my number one, eh? Yes, Fat Controller. Tomorrow I will have a long chat. You. Tomorrow morning. I need to get some Z's. Tomorrow morning. Is that why if your old manager sent you? Because you will scrap. Thomas, are you harmed? No, sir, I am not harmed. That goes double for you. The station master told her he heard that you plan to grab my number one just to make sure I can get more modern diesels like you. Ehrenberg looked at their buffers. Now, Airy, or whichever one is you, release my engine. Right. Go back to release him too, Bert. Who Thomas, did they disturb anything else? Yes, they did, Fat Controller. They disturbed my sleep. They disturbed your sleep, they disturbed mine. So, I can't take Arian Bert. Alright, you two, even though you're brand new, you've been shunted for 3 months. For 3 weeks, which is equal to 1 month. But now, because you trying to go after my number one, you've been shunted for longer than normal. Well, you've been shunted for 3 months instead of the normal one. Right. I better get back to my house. I'll see you two in Eric, Bert, I cannot oversee what you did last night. For one, rule number 1 on my railroad is never to wake me up in the middle of the night. Got that? Yes, sir. Rule number 2. Rule number 2. Never grab my number 1. Yes, sir. What does that mean for a job? Oh, the Steelworth? I guess they can live without you for 3 months. I'm just so mad at you. I decided to shunt you for 3 months. If you do anything like that again, I will send you packing again, or send you to that other awful place, the place that your old manager had sent you. What's it called? Azari looked at Bert. Is he really sending us back to Railgate? We just served our lightly sentence there. 2 months. We just served a 15. We just served a 5-year sentence in that place. Ah, so you've served there before. So if I'm going to go get the sleep. I'm going to go back. Engine deep days. Diesel engine. Deep days. As the fact controller. And then the fact that leads in the one that I'm out.